Good morning. So I thought I'd try this. Um, so I was seeing a doctor, uh, and he wanted me to go on a diet, and so I went on a diet, and I was on a diet for a long time, and I lost a bunch of weight, and then about about a year and a half ago, about a year ago, I my hands started getting cold, and I had a doctor one time tell me, you know, you just know enough about medicine to be a danger to yourself. Yes, I agree. That's why I'm a ditch doctor. And excuse me, sorry. So my hands started getting cold, and then my feet started getting cold, and then I started losing my energy. I, I used to walk. I have three dogs. I used to walk three dogs 3 times a day, weather permitting. And then my energy levels started going down, and I just started feeling tired and tired. And then I became real cranky and aggravated. And I have PTSD anyhow from uh, the job and other things. And so my wife told me, excuse me, my nurse told me the other day, she's like, you're a very complicated person. And I went, yes, I know. And so I went to doctors. I have an endocrinologist because my thyroid went kaput. And I've been telling them, it's like, hey, my hands are cold. My feet are cold. I'm wearing socks and gloves 24 hours a day, and it's 75 degrees in my house because I have to have a thermometer. So I'm literally wearing socks and gloves 24 hours a day. And like I said, the doctor one time told me, said you know just enough to kill yourself. Yes, I do. That's why, as a paramedic, uh, I didn't try and figure anybody out. I didn't try and get their symptoms down, or I mean, yes, I treated their symptoms, but I wasn't the paramedic that sit there and try and figure out uh, why your van's difference is blocked up and why you have blue balls. Check it out. It's a real. But anyhow, I just you know I took you to the hospital and I treated your symptoms. I didn't sit there and try and figure out why. That's not my job. That's a doctor's job. And so anyhow, I went to my primary care, and I went to an endocrinologist and a cardiologist and a urologist, and they all said, "Hey, it sounds like you have Raynaud's uh, disease, and Raynaud's is cold hands and cold feet." So finally, I asked my cardiologist because I'm a heart attack survivor. I said, "Hey, man, my hands are cold." He said, "Well, there ain't nothing wrong with your circulation." I went, "Okay." So he sent me to arthritis doctor. I went back to this arthritis doctor, and he man, he run a bunch of tests, and he's slow. He's a slow thinker, and and I'm a fast thinker. And to make a long story short, my vitamin levels are all out of whack. And who knew that B12 is crucial to men to function? Well, normal is 1100. Mine's 132. and it causes a lot of problems. It causes cold hands, cold feet, cold heart, emotionally, brain fog, uh, memory loss. Uh, resembles Alzheimer's and makes you act like you got Alzheimer's. And your thoughts get all jumbled up, all kinds of crazy stuff. But it's not a normal test they run. Like, I was going to an endocrinologist, and they're metabolism doctors, right? And I would go back and I look at my blood tests that she runs, and she only runs tests to check my thyroid because I'm on thyroid medicine, which is understandable. And thyroid does affect your hands and feet, and but my thyroid's fine. So, but going to the arthritis doctor, I found out that a full metabolic panel that regular doctors just don't run. And men 50 and over really need to get everything checked. Your testosterone, guess what? Well, 50s, your testosterone goes down. And men don't know this, but they go through menopause too. And it's called anapause or antipause. And that means your testosterone goes kaput, which causes old man syndrome, which makes you hateful and mean and yell at kids to get off your lawn. I used to wonder why my papa just went like that all the time because he didn't have no testosterone. So that's a lot. But in the end, get get your levels checked if you're 50, 55. Absolutely, if you're 55, and your doctor's going to want to know why, and tell him because I want them checked, and that's all you need to say. And it's a blood test. It's not a simple blood test. I think I ran 20. They took 20 tubes of blood off me to get this. So, but I've been taking B12 for the last week, and my hands now they're only cold from here up instead of here up. I sure hope that this little message that I sent out is helping somebody or will help somebody because I've suffered tremendously with this for the last year and a half because I went on with that. Thank you all for watching and have a blessed day.